Hello guys! Photo. Ayan. Actually, it's a video with a photo. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Video pala to, okay lang. I'm here with Jomar TV. First time to meet this Guapogi. Kaya matagal na.
Kami nasama.
Oo. Pero first time as an ex-PB.
Ariel XPB.
Bakit ka ba ex-PB? Secret! Hello, I'm here in Emilias and I'm here with 31 million movement. So what's your name nga po na?
This is Sheila po.
Sheila. So she's one of the admins or founders of the page 31 million movement. So kumusta na yung movement? Where is it moving towards? Yan, tamang question, di ba? Where's your movement moving towards right now?
Towards BBM's administration, the success of PBBM's success.
Yes, support natin ang ating president and pray for the government. Nice to meet you.
Basically, pag tayo lang nag-ikot ng museum, pwede mag-live. Pag si BBM dumating na, record, bato na lang yun.
And that's the briefing by Rocky. That's 31M and Rocky is the Ayun. I have Direct Rocky here with me. So Director, thank you for the instructions for our tour today. Yes, and ang galing ng tour guide natin mamaya, si President.
Bakit?
Tama? Di ba?
President.
President. Say hello to your fans naman, your supporters.
Hello! Ito yung, may mga iba pa kasi tayo kasi ito, si Doktora. Tapos may dalawa na ito na yata.
Hello, welcome. Hi Sir Richard.
Ay, hello po.
Welcome to our
Uy,
field trip.
naka-poster tayo.
Field trip.
Teka po, ma-picture.
Hello ma'am, thank you so much. We read din yung car oh. Okay, we're going in. This
Next stop po
is
natin sa ating tour will be Theos. Hindi ko po alam ibig sabihin nun.
God. It means God. Like theology. Yeah, it is. Hello. Welcome to our field trip. Yeah. Hi, Sir Rocky. Direct Rocky. Ayan.
I-double check natin kay Miss Gia.
Ito
Miss
po,
Gia,
itutuloy ko
tayo,
na rin
no?
po yung vlog ko. Kasasakay lang po namin ng coaster.
Okay.
After we had our lunch.
It's the Great Space
At Emilia
Coaster.
House.
Come on. It's the Great Space Coaster.
Sponsored by the PCO.
Hi. So we're here in our field trip
Yung
inside
pinaka-team leader po
Malacanang.
namin si
And this is the vlogger
Happy
in Malacanang.
Happy
Joke lang.
Happy.
So anyway,
Ayan. So,
kasama ko dito mga tao dito. Ayan.
also,
This is Team Rocky. Rocky Balboa. Direct Rocky.
harap naman po sa harap.
Hello.
Kasama natin.
Are you enjoying the trip so far?
Yes!
Yes, we had a scrumptious lunch at
Ito po,
Emilia.
papasok na po kami sa
And now we're entering the office of the president.
Phase
Oh my.
tour po dito sa Malacanang.
Dito na kami sa loob
So,
ng Malacanang.
abangan ang mga susunod na
The vloggers in Malacanang.
sa Malacanang with
And the vloggers and the writers and the doctors and the lawyers. Ayan. Okay. Hi, Direct Rocky.
Okay, 5-minute break. No, just kidding.
It's our first time. My first time lang pala. Okay.
Thank you.
Miss Rita Gadi, hello. Okay. So we're all getting down the Great Space Coaster. Okay.
Welcome po tayo.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon po.
Hello. Okay. We're here right now in Malacanang. It's the Presidential Museum. It's called the Theus.
For the rules and regulations, well, you can take your photos, but please no flash photography. Okay po ba yun?
Okay.
Well, I would just like to inform you that this is just a short tour kasi po there's an activity after this. So after this, lilipat naman po kayo dun sa kabilang museum sa Bahay Ugnayan. So once again, my name is Lorena. Welcome to Teos Mansion. So inside Malacanang, we have the president, of course, right? And the palace. But we also have offices and old structures like this building, the Teos Mansion, under the supervision of the government. Well, this is named after the first owner, Valentin Teos, who was born 1832 from Tavares, Spain. So at a very young age of 15 years old, he tried his luck and sailed to Manila. And from then, he was able to buy a distillery in Hagonoy, Bulacan. Well, it grew 1,000-fold. Yun na po yung tinatawag natin ngayon na Tanduay Distillery, owned by Lucio Tan. And then he became very rich and powerful. And in 1871, he even became an alcalde de primera at Ayuntamiento de Manila. However, siya po ay naikasal, yung kanyang first wife, si Teresa Ferreter Ponte. However, she passed away. And at the age of 60 years old, naisipan po ulit niyang magpakasal to a very young lady, beautiful lady, 20 years old, who happens to be the niece of his first wife. So the name is Dolores Menendez Valdez de Corneliana. They were given 4 beautiful children. So before, they used to live in Binondo. And there was a time na si Valentin Teos po ay nagpasya na regaluhan ng kanyang asawa. Very generous husband. Not just an ordinary gift, but this mansion right here. So as you enter the Iron Gates, you will be welcomed by the stone courtyard. Of course, we have there the fountain. This court we share, usually po, during the early times, ang mga bahay nasa ikalawang palapag. So yung sala po nila, yung part na yan, yung protruding area. And this first floor, ito po ay nagamit as storage area, bodega, and residential quarters ng mga kanilang mga servants. So eventually, ito po ay namanan ng isa sa kanyang daughter, si Concepcion. But since she decided to settle in Spain, ang nangyari po hindi niya nagaano nabibisita ang mansion na ito. So meron lamang po siyang caretaker, an old man. So it happened, years has passed, this mansion deteriorated. Meron na pong mga portions dito na bumagsak yung ceiling, like the kitchen. And yung area po na banda doon, meron pong attic. Hindi lang po ganong halata, but it became the home of the Bag Colony. And eventually, Concepcion decided to sell this property to First Lady Imelda Romualdez Marcos in 1974. And in turn, the First Lady turned this into an official guest house. And right now, everyone, let me welcome you to the new home of the Presidential Museum. Welcome, everyone. This way, please.
Kasama mo kami. Kasama ka sa tour. Nakita na kita naglalakad.
Well, everyone, kapag kayo po ay tumatakbo bilang isang pangulo at nandito kayo bilang isang presidente, that would be the summit of your career as a politician, right? And the prize that you can get. You do have the privilege and chance to reside and have your office inside the prestigious Malacanang Palace. And bago po kayo maging isang presidente, you have to be elected by the national public. So ito po ay ilan sa mga requirements under the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Well, you have to be a natural-born Filipino, a registered voter, at least 40 years of age before the election, and you have to be a resident of our country at least 10 years before the election. So meron po tayo ditong sample ng ating presidential seal. But I would like to highlight, please take a look at the ceiling. Well, this building has been recently restored. So nag-iwan po sila ng certain portion for you to be able to see what it looks like. So yan po ay gawa sa Molave and Yakan. So imagine na lang po, yan po yung ating second floor. So everyone, let us know the presidents of our country. This way, please.
Ma'am?
Sige po, go ahead if you want to write.
Thank you.
Mommy, bang, bang. Okay, pang 5 na lang.
You're very lucky because you'll be the first batch of guests na magsusulat sa ating love book. Yeah.
So these are the first guests. So Rocky, Miss Rita Gaddy, and of course, Mommy Bang, 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 bang.
Nawawala ako sa...
And I'll be next. I'm David Valencia, Happy Rich TV, TVV. So Rocky. Ano ba to? Birthday?
Birthday mo. Sarap.
Birthday ng anak ko. Lagay pa ba yung YouTube?
Ano lagay ko para proud?
Oo nga. Ba't ayaw?
Ayan, ayaw na sa'yo.
Ayaw sa akin. Mahal kasi yung pen eh. Malaki niyang pen. So subscribe guys. Dito sa Happy Rich TV number 4. And to Mami Peng. And to the Kaki Rocky. Yan. Huwag na email. Okay na. Thank you. Baka sendan ako ng email. Ano? Ay! Sorry! Ano ba yan? Ang hirap. Sorry Mami Peng.
Okay lang yan.
Ah. Ang hirap pala ng ganitong pen.
Mahirap na.
Yung panahon natin yun. Yung panahon ng lolo ko pala. Yung basta Gmail. Okay. Thank you. Yung Malacanang pen na nakalagay. Thank you. Nicole, kamag-anak mo.
Yung isa po almost tumama sa kanyang heart and almost to his liver. And he almost died because of that. But he was confined in a hospital, unconscious for several days. But you know what happened? When they presented the assassin in front of him, he forgave that person. And he even made that person as his bodyguard or personal aide until he died in 1969.
Wow, ang bait ni Jose Laurel.
Really have memorized everything you say.
Yes.
God, you're admirable. Really.
Well,
We're only on this third or fourth, and there's so much.
Yes, our next president, Sergio Osmeña, siya po yung nagbalik ng Commonwealth government to our country. Dumating po siya sa ating bansa together with General Douglas MacArthur, 1946, the very first ever Visayan president from Cebu. Before, he's the title holder of the oldest to become president at the age of 65. However, he has been beaten by President Duterte because he became president at the age of 71 years old. So, this way, please. So, bakit po trench coat? Hindi niya po ito ginamit sa Pilipinas. Sergio Osmeña became the very first ever president who had his own taking outside the Philippine territory in Washington, D.C. Transparent barong po kay President Jose P. Laurel. Ano po bang ibig sabihin if the red is on top of our flag? War. And if the blue is on top, that means our country is at peace. This is actually a flag during wartime. Meron po yung pirma ni Charles P. Romulo and Sergio Osmeña. This is a flag during wartime, the Japanese occupation. Well, our next president, Manuel Acuña Rojas from Capiz, dalawang beses po ang kanyang inauguration. He became the last president of the Commonwealth and first president of the Third Republic. So meron pong isang event sa Quirino Grandstand, meron pong dalawang flag. The lowering of the American flag and the hoisting of the Philippine flag. So that time, we were able to gain our independence, July 4, 1946. So siya po yung kauna-unahang presidente na gumamit ng ating Republic Seal. Kaya meron po tayong sample dito. However, hindi niya po natapos ang kanyang termino because he died because of heart attack after he delivered a speech in Clark Air Base, Pampanga. So the next in rank, of course, is the Vice President, Elpidio Quirino from Ilocos Sur. So ito po yung picture ng kanyang asawa, Doña Alicia Siquia. Batang-bata.
Kaya pala may
So, she was
Quirino
only 16
stage.
or 17 years old when they got married. So, si Elpidio Quirino during that time is 30 years old. But later on, hindi niyo po makikita si Alicia sa ating mga first ladies. Bakit po? During the Japanese occupation, she was shot dead. So, the Japanese soldiers thought it was already over, but a baby cried. One of the Japanese soldiers came back, took the baby, threw up in the air, and catch with a bayonet. Are you guys familiar with the bayonet? Yung shotgun po na merong spear sa dulo. Can you imagine if you're a parent? Pero kahit ganun po yung nangyari, nung medyo kumalma na yung sitwasyon, kinuha niya po yung bangkay ng kanyang pamilya isa-isa, carried them one by one, went to Paco Cemetery, dug a grave, and buried them one by one. But when he became president of our country, pinatawad niya po ang mga Hapon. He forgave the Japanese, and he even sent some of them back to Japan. Ang sabi po niya, if you're going to ask me, maybe I should be the last person to forgive the Japanese people. They killed my wife, 3 of my children, and 5 other members of my family. But no, I don't want my other 2 children and fellow Filipinos to inherit the hate, pain, and suffering that I'm encountering right now. Because you'll never know, maybe in the future, these Japanese people will be a good friend of our country and will be a good help to the progress of our country. True enough, that big heart of our president. So kung meron pong pagkakataon na makabisita kayo sa bansang Japan, maybe you can pay a visit sa kanyang monumento, Tokyo, Japan, Hibiya Park. There you go. Our next president, Ramon Del Fierro Magsaysay from Iba Zambales. Pakitignan po yung kalendaryo before, 1954. He's an automotive mechanic. Nagtrabaho po siya dito, Tri-Vitran. That's a transportation company.
Tito Rudy's.
Tito Rudy's kasi.
And kung mapapansin niyo po, ang kanyang kasuotan, simpleng-simple. Yan po yung pang-araw-araw niyang kasuotan sa loob ng palasyo. The tallest president of our country at the height of 5'11" or 6 flat. So, January 1, 1953, binuksan niya po yung gates ng palasyo. Pinapasok lahat ng Pilipino. Kahit po sira-sirang inyong damit, nakatsinelas, nakapaa, you're all welcome in the palace. Kaya sinabi niya po, Malacanang is the palace of the people. So, yan po yung ilan sa kanyang memorabilias. Our next president, we have Carlos Polistico Garcia from Bohol. Provincial flag from Bohol. So, yung kulay green po sa itaas, that's the Chocolate Hills. Yung dalawang arms na naka-cross, it depicts the 1565 Sandugo of Raja Sigatuna and Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. And of course, yung kaisa-isang bigling, it represents Carlos P. Garcia, the only president from Bohol. But everyone, I would like to highlight his boss over here. Believe it or not, this is made by a blind sculptor. It's not that perfect, pero ang laki po ng pagkakahawi kay Presidente.
Gawa.
blind sculptor, Ardugo. Totally blind both eyes. Ganyan po kagaling at ka-artistic ang mga Pilipino. Yes, but there was an event inside the palace at isa po siya sa dumalo. Hinawakan ko yung mukha ng presidente. Well, our next president is Dato Macapagal, the poor boy from Lubao. Pakitignan po yung portrait natin. Meron po bang kamukha? May kahawig po ba?
Nag-depose ka siya.
These are the parents of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Kahawig na kahawig niya po yung kanyang ina. And meron po tayong plate number 2. Kasi naging vice president din po siya during the time of President Garcia. So kung mapapansin niyo po, meron din po siya una. Si Presidente meron din po on the other side of the shade. The poor boy from Lubao. So meron pong time na he was really struggling in terms of finances sa kanyang pag-aaral. Meron pong tumulong sa kanya na isang good Samaritan, si Don Honorio Ventura. And because of that, nakagraduate po siya ng law, top notcher sa bar exam.
Wow.
There you go. And our 10th president, the longest serving president of our country,
Like that.
President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Sige po.
And president.
Marami po construction projects and also irrigation projects. Meron tayo na sa mga dito ni Presidente, but very much ito na medalyo. 1984, given may batas ng pambansa. This is made out of bronze. Each and every circle, it represents the 81 provinces of our country. In every seal of each province, you can see in every circle. So kayo na pong bahalang humanap. If you do have provinces, medyo mahaba pa po yan sa likod. Go ahead. Well, this artwork is made by a Chilean painter, Claudio Bravo. And over there, the burning of certain materials in order to create an artwork. So,
Yan.
Could I ask,
yes,
our greatest president?
yes.
Even PBB will not dispute.
Yes. Then during this term po, napaka-response na ito yung mga construction projects, hospitals, and even the CCTV.
Even Ma'am Lisa Agassi was actually trending as that kanina.
Hindi daw lang boss.
Careful po
Second district of Ilocos Norte. The Malacanang Palace. Yeah, maybe you can take a picture para makita niyo.
You should sit down and share. Kim, you should have a picture.
Go ahead, ma'am, please.
Please.
So yun yung architect ng Malacanang. Yung dad niya. So the trio is here. The Trinity.
Video pala
Designed by Kuya Ret Iyala at Colegion. This is worn by
Where's the little key?
Noynoy Aquino.
There's, diba there's a little key? The key? Or nasaan?
Okay, next portion. So we're going here to the next part of the tour in Malacanang. Okay, the next museum.
Oh, okay. I was with them in Hotel.
Wow.
Check
Yeah.
in the...
We have to check in our things. Okay lang. Ay, check lang. That's so cool.
Ang ating oras, so
Okay.
please follow me right here.
Okay, let's go.
Parang nag-Disneyland. Hindi pa nga eh. Ay, parang gusto ko na shot dito, David, mula sa taas, pababa.
Video to ah.
Video ba talaga?
Ano ba gusto mo?
Ugnayan po. Bahay. We don't have any history po. Bahay ugnayan sa Historical Commission. We're looking for markers. Unfortunately, very limited po ang aming resources. Ang alam lang po namin ay ito ay dating opisina ng Presidential Action Center nung time ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. And it was placed in the supervision of Malacanang in the 1960s. Pero iba-iba daw po ang naging purpose. Hanggang sa ngayon po, we're still researching kung ano talaga ang naging purpose ng bahay na ito, ang kanyang lumang bahay. Pero naabutan na po namin siya na Bahay Ugnayan, ang kanyang pangalan. So welcome po sa Bahay Ugnayan. Ito po ay dedicated para sa ating kasalukuyang Pangulo. So kanina po ay nabisita nyo ang Teos Mansion. Di po ba? Ito ay parte ng bagong Malacanang Heritage Tours. Sila po ay na-acquire muli sa supervision, napaisailalim sa supervision ng Malacanang taong 1960s hanggang 1970s. Pero sa kasalukuyang administrasyon ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay pinarenovate, pinaganda upang maging bahagi ng bagong Malacanang Tourist
I saw him.
So simula po sa panahon ng mga Kastila hanggang sa ngayon, ang pag-angat sa pinakamataas na posisyon sa ating bansa ay tinuturing na premyo. Ang mga Kastilang governors ay tinuring na premyo ang posisyon dahil sa kanilang katapatan sa hari ng Espanya. Ang mga American administrators natin, they view the governorship of the Philippine Islands as a reward for their loyalty to their political parties. At kahit ang ating mga Filipino politicians, they viewed the presidency as a reward or a prize. So much so that they spend much of their personal resources, ang kanilang oras, ang kanilang pangmakamit ang inaasam-asam na posisyon. Part and parcel of your aspiration to the presidency is Malacanang at ang mga gusaling bumubuo sa kanyang complex. Malacanang is where the president works. Malacanang is where the president lives. The capture of Malacanang for any chief executive is seen as an act of custodianship of very great power. And it brings us here to Bahay Ugnayan, where the story of our current chief executive unfolds. Katulad po ng kanyang pangalan, Bahay Ugnayan, hayaan niyong iugnay namin kayo sa ating kasalukuyang Pangulo, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. sa mga items at galleries na tumatalakay sa kanyang mga pinagdaanan sa kanyang buhay. Ito po ang kanyang road to Malacanang. So welcome at pag-akyat po dito sa hagdanan, makikita nyo ang pag-akyat din ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa hagdanan ng Malacanang Palace noong kanilang inaugurasyon. It has been a tradition in Malacanang since 1935 na sa unang araw mo bilang Pangulo ay aakyat ka sa makasaysayang hagdanan na yan, pipicturan ka, pababa na ang dating Pangulo at paakyat ang papalit sa kanya. It's the symbol of a closing of a previous chapter and the start of a new administration. Father and son, more than 50 years apart at the same spot of Malacanang Palace. So habang umaakyat po kayo sa hagdanan, you can feel na parang inauguration nyo din dito sa Bahay Ugnayan at nandito. So let's go up po.
May shoot akong ganun dati.
Hi, Tony.
Very beginning, ang kanyang kapanganakan. Ferdinand Martin Romualdez Marcos Jr. was born on September 13, 1957. Yun po ay 2 araw lang pagkatapos ng 40th birthday naman ng kanyang ama. Pareho silang Setyembre pinanganak. Makikita niyo po dito ang baby picture ni BBM kung saan bilog na bilog ang kanyang muka. At ang kanyang baptism photo kasama ang kanyang nanay at tatay at ang kanyang ate Aimee. Si Pangulong Bongbong po ay nagsimula ng kanyang edukasyon sa Institusyon Teresiana na ngayon ay Pedro Poveda College na. At para naman sa kanyang elementary education, siya ay nag-aral sa Lasal Green Hills. Makikita niyo po dito ang mga pictures ng young BBM, ang kanyang birthday na sinelebrate, Napakasaya ng kanyang itsura dyan, kasama ng kanyang 5-layered birthday cake. At sa Lasal, from grade 1 to grade 7, they were able to gather his class pictures. Dito po sa kanyang grade 7 photo sa Lasal, meron pong naging programa ang eskwelahan na ire-represent ng kanilang mga estudyante ang iba't ibang bansa holding their respective national flags. Ang napuntang bansa kay BBM ay ang ating bansa. He was representing the Philippines, wearing barong, proudly holding our Philippine flag dito po sa gitna. At sa pinakababang banda naman ay ang mga gradong nakuha ni BBM sa kanyang mga eksaminasyon sa Lasal Green Hills at isang letter of recommendation sa director ng Lasal, Brother B. Richard. Sa mga gradong nakuha ni BBM, nakakuha po siya ng 92% sa logical reasoning, 98% in memory, 91% in mathematics, at almost perfect score na 99 naman sa spelling. Siya po'y nagpatuloy ng pag-aaral sa Inglaterra. His parents decided to send him abroad at nag-aral sa Work Abbey School sa Inglaterra. Andyan po ang kanyang class picture kasama ng kanyang mga kaklase. Siya lang ang tanging Pilipino noon. Naka-encircle po kung nasaan si BBM sa pinakaunang row. This is a letter of correspondence between his father and the headmaster of the Work Abbey School, si Reverend J.D. Gaisford. Sabi ni Reverend Gaisford, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. came to England from a very different cultural and educational background of the Philippines. Despite the drawbacks, he settled in remarkably well. At ayaw na ayaw daw po ni BBM na tinatrato siyang espesyal or entitled. Nag-e-excel siya daw lalo pag ordinaryo lang ang turing sa kanya. Andito naman ang mga litrato ni BBM sa kanyang undergraduate studies sa Oxford University. They even provided a copy of his special diploma in social studies at degree confirmation. Siya naman ay nag-apply ng masteral degree sa University of Pennsylvania. Ngunit hindi niya po natapos ang kanyang masteral dahil sa edad na 22, tumakbo at nanalo bilang vice-gobernador ng Ilocos Norte. So batang-bata talagang nagsimula bilang public servant si BBM. At 3 taon pagkatapos ng pagiging vice, siya ay na-promote at nahalal naman bilang gobernador na. Nandito ang kanyang oath-taking photo, kasama din ang kanyang nanay at tatay. Pero 3 taon makalipas ng kanyang pagiging gobernador, his father's term came to an end because of the People Power Revolution being represented by the barbed wire and the yellow ribbon in this part of the gallery. So dahil sa success ng People Power, kailangan ng lisan ng Marcos family ang Malacanang. Noong February 25, 1986, bumaba po ang kanyang ama sa balkonahin ng Kalayaan Hall, Malacanang Palace or Malacanang Compound upang magbigay ng mensahe sa kanyang mga taga-suporta. Ang buong pamilya ay na-exile sa Honolulu, Hawaii, at ang malungkot ay namatay na din si Pangulong Marcos sa Hawaii. Noong taong 1989, he succumbed to kidney, heart, and lung failure. Hindi na nakabalik ng Pilipinas ang kanyang ama. Ngunit sa buong pamilya, ang unang nakabalik ng bansa ay si BBM noong taong 1991. So ito pong susunod na bahagi ng museum ay parte ng gallery kung saan tinatalakay ang next 2 decades ng buhay ni BBM. So please, ito po tayo kay Miss Diane. Maraming salamat po.
Sa ikaliwang bahagi ng ating museo, sa pamuling pagbabalik ng mga Marcos taong 1991, nagdesisyon si BBM tumakbo bilang kongresista sa Ilocos Norte at nanalo po siya ng 90% votes. Isa sa mga makulay na pangyayari na ganap sa buhay ng ating Pangulo ay taong 1993, kung saan siya ay nakipag-isang dibdib sa kanyang may bahay na si Luis Casio Araneta or kilala bilang Miss Liza Araneta, kung saan binayayaan sila ng 3 gwapong mga anak, si Sandro, si Simon at si Vincent. Sa larawan po dito makikita nyo taong 1993 at saka 2018. Ang kanilang kasal ay ginanap April 17, 1993 sa Fiesole, Italy. At taong 2018, during their 25th wedding anniversary, nirecreate po nila ang kanilang kasal. Sila po ay muli ikinasal, the same church, the same group of people, and the same dress na sinuot ni ating First Lady. Sana all hindi tumataba after 25 years. Yan. So ito po, Siya rin po ay naging gobernador taong 1998 to 2007 kung saan during his governorship, siya po ay nag-focus sa agriculture at tourism. Nung taon din po kailan siya naging gobernador, dito rin po na itatag yung Banggay Windmills kung saan naging good source of electricity hindi lamang sa kanilang probinsya, kundi sa kalapit ang mga neighboring provinces din po niya. Nung naging kongresista siya 2027, naging kongresista po siya 2007 to 2010 at senator 2010 to 2016 kung saan siya po ay nakapagpasa ng 54 bills, passed into laws, 372 bills and resolutions. Taong 2016, nagdesisyon si BBM tumakbo bilang Vice Presidente. Sa kasawiang palad po, siya po ay natalo ni VP Leni Robredo na meron lamang pong lamang na 263,473 votes. Itong napakaliit na lamang ni VP Leni Robredo ang nag-udyok kay BBM para mag-file ng electoral protest. Ladies and gentlemen, at the side of the museum, these are the documents used during that process of electoral protest of BBM. Dito po tayo. Yan. Ito po yung mga probinsya kung saan nag-focus yung kanilang protesta. During the process of electoral protest, masyadong nalungkot si BBM dahil yung proseso hindi na ipalabas
Alam
sa
ko yan.
mga social media or sa mga big media. Kaya siya po ay napilitan pumasok sa mundo ng vlogging. Yan. So isa siyang ganap na vlogger. Taong 2018, ang kanyang first episode ay nirelease January 14. Noong una, ang kanyang grupo ay kinabibilangan lamang ng cameraman or videographer, scriptwriter at saka siya. Pero nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, napilitan siyang gampanan lahat yon. So siya na yung cameraman, videographer, scriptwriter at saka siya rin po syempre yung vlogger. At this side, ito po yung
Galing yung vlogs niya.
eksaktong larawan or buhan nire-create ang kanyang vlogging area. Sa kasalukuyan ng si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos ay meron na pong 2.74 million subscribers sa kanyang YouTube channel.
Oo nga.
Wow!
Sana monetize ulit. Ito vlogging setup ni President. Sony ang gamit niya, Amaran lights. Yan.